Now see, why control is necessary, we are going to understand through this chapter. What is this function of management, how it is being performed. Okay, we'll understand all this in the chapter. Now, you must have read in newspapers many a times that the companies, the car companies, car manufacturers recall the cars from the customer. Even if there is a very minute or very minor problem in the car, what they would do, they would recall the car and give the compensation to the customer. Again, you would have heard about this particular example wherein there was a courier company which promised a same day delivery. Most of the customers they had were business customers who required that the delivery has to be done on the same day. But then, because of the airline through which they used to send the courier or send the parcels, they had a issue wherein they used to misplace the parcels. Okay, so the same day delivery was not happening. There were many customers who were unsatisfied because of this problem. Okay, so what this courier company did, now later on obviously they would used to get the courier back or the parcels back from the company, but then still what was happening, because the customers were dissatisfied, so the courier company decided to pay a compensation to all the customers who suffered. Okay, so even though they couldn't claim an insurance because the parcel was ultimately tracked and they received the parcel from the airline company, so they couldn't blame the airline company also. Still they went one step ahead, and what they did was they ensured that the customers are compensated, okay, by giving them an X amount. Now, why did I share this example, these two examples with you? Because these are control measures which have been brought in by management to ensure that the organization is not affected. Now, you would have seen the Cadbury fiasco which happened. Now, because there were some infected worms which were being found in the chocolate, so the company had to do some kind of damage control. So what they did was they spent a huge amount of around 15 crores, if I am not wrong, in changing the packaging, but they didn't stop there. They also ensured that the dealers are educated enough so that the same fiasco doesn't happen in future. Okay, so they again invested more money in the brand itself by roping in Amitabh Bachchan, so that the confidence which they had lost, that can be bought. Again, also apart from this, what they did was, the time this problem happened, they ensured that all the chocolates are withdrawn from the market. So these were the control measures which were being introduced by the companies whenever they faced a crisis. Now similarly, when I am talking about controlling in organization on a day-to-day basis, it is nothing but a process wherein we ensure that the deviations, if any, from the planned process are being controlled in a manner that objectives are achieved. So let's understand the concept of controlling. See, this is nothing but to seek the planned and the results from the subordinates. So whatever the planned results we have, we need to ensure that those results are being taken from the subordinates. So subordinates are working as per the plan so that the results which we want are achievable. Okay, controlling means ensuring that the activities in an organization are performed as per the plans. There is no deviation. If there is a deviation, then corrective action needs to be taken. Okay, now remember, this is a primary function of a manager. This is the most important function of a manager, because only after controlling you can ensure that the success of the plan which you have made is possible. Okay, now controlling can also be said to be a process of measurement of performance as per the standards, wherein the deviations are measured and then we take corrective actions if there is a deviation to achieve a predetermined goal. Okay, for example, if I am saying that I need to produce 100 units per day from this particular machine, okay, there would be 10 workers employed. Now somehow if I am not able to achieve that, then I need to ensure that a corrective action is taken because there is a deviation from the plan. So the manager will have to take an action to ensure that the control is being exercised and the desired result of 100 units is being produced. Okay, now let's see what is the definition that is being given to us for control. So as per Kuntz and O'Donnell, the definition here is that managerial control implies the measurement of accomplishment against the standard and the correction of deviation to assure attainment of objectives according to plan. What does it mean? Very simple definition. It says that we measure the accomplishments which we have, we measure that against the standards which we have set for ourselves, and then we take corrections of deviation to assure attainment of objectives. So if there are any deviation, I'll take the corrective actions and then I'll ensure that the objectives are achieved as per the plan.